The automotive world was recently stunned by a launch that literally crashed servers in China and sent shockwaves through the global electric vehicle sector. Toyota, the Japanese giant known for its traditionally cautious approach to full electrification, has just broken paradigms with the launch of the BZ3X in the Chinese market, an electric SUV with a starting price of just 109,800 yuan, approximately $15,000. This price positions the vehicle as the most affordable electric car ever produced by the manufacturer, creating a potential inflection point not just for Toyota, but for the entire electric vehicle market. To contextualize the magnitude of this pricing strategy, consider that the BZ3X is approximately 30% cheaper than the BZ3 sedan, which previously occupied positions in the mid-range and premium segments of Toyota's electric line in China. Comparatively, the Toyota Highlander sold in the Chinese market starts at 284,800 yuan, $3,900, while the Camry starts at 171,800 yuan, $23,700. The difference is substantial and reflects a calculated strategic shift to gain market share in the world's largest automotive market, where consumers demonstrate considerable price sensitivity. The impact was immediate and overwhelming. In the first hours after the launch, more than 10,000 orders were registered, generating such intense traffic that the company's servers couldn't handle the demand and collapsed. This rarely observed phenomenon demonstrates the voracious appetite for affordable electric vehicles in China, especially when offered by established global manufacturers with reputations for reliability and quality. The BZ3X impresses not just with its price. It's a compact SUV with dimensions comparable to the BYD UN Plus, known as Atto 3 in some markets, measuring 4,600 millimeters in length, between 1,850–1,875 in width, and 1,600–1,645 in height, with a wheelbase of 2,765 meters. These proportions make it suitable for both urban environments and moderate family needs. Toyota hasn't skimped on technical specifications, offering the model in various configurations to meet different preferences and budgets. The base model, called the 430 Air, comes equipped with a 50.03 kWh lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery, providing a stated range of 430 kilometers, 267 miles, according to the Chinese CLTC test cycle, although it should be noted that this standard tends to be more generous than other international ones, suggesting a real-world range of around 400 km. For consumers who prioritize greater range, the 520 Pro and 520 Pro Plus variants feature an expanded 58.37 kWh battery, increasing the range to 520 km, 323 miles, while maintaining the same 204 horsepower electric motor as the base model. At the top of the line is the 610 Max, equipped with a 67.92 kWh LFP battery, capable of delivering an impressive 610 kilometers, 379 miles, on a single charge, plus increased power to 224 horsepower, improving its performance credentials. The interior surprises with its level of refinement and technology. Described as a mobile space as comfortable as home, the BZ3X offers front and rear seats that can be folded down, creating nearly 3 meters, 10 feet of space, providing considerable versatility for cargo or relaxation. The dashboard houses a 14.6-inch touchscreen with voice recognition capability, complemented by an 8.8-inch display for the driver. The two-spoke multifunction steering wheel contributes to the modern interior aesthetic. Perhaps most surprising for an electric vehicle in this price range is the inclusion of advanced driver assistance systems. The BZ3X is available with Toyota's first implementation of the Momenta 5.0 intelligent driving system, powered by NVIDIA's Drive AGX Orin X processor. This system encompasses 25 advanced driver assistance systems, ADS, features, including parallel parking assistance, remote control parking, high-speed pilot functionality, light traffic assistance, and blind spot monitoring. The high-end variants are equipped with an impressive sensor suite, 11 cameras, 12 ultrasonic radars, 3 millimeter wave radars, and a LiDAR unit. This extensive array of sensors allows the vehicle to comprehensively perceive its surroundings, facilitating the operation of its various assistance functions. GAC Toyota claims this system will make them one of the first automakers in the world to realize a one-stage, end-to-end intelligent driving model, with the vehicle's intelligence improving over time through use. This launch comes at a significant moment for Toyota, which has been criticized for its relatively conservative pace of electrification compared to more aggressive competitors. The company has historically favored hybrid technology and has been cautious in its approach to fully electric vehicles. However, the BZ3X appears to signal a strategic shift, particularly in the Chinese market, where electric vehicle adoption is rapidly accelerating. The launch of the BZ3X also represents a stark contrast to Toyota's electric vehicle pricing in other markets. In the United States, for example, Toyota recently reduced the price of the BZ4X electric SUV by $6,000 for the 2025 model year, but still starts at $38,465, more than double the starting price of the BZ3X in China. This disparity highlights the different market conditions and competitive landscapes across regions, as well as Toyota's tailored approach to each market. The BZ3X enters a fiercely competitive Chinese electric vehicle market, where domestic manufacturers, like BYD, have established strong positions with their affordable offerings. With its starting price of approximately $15,000, the BZ3X slightly undercuts the BYD UN Plus Atto 3, which starts at $115,800 UN, $16,000. This competitive pricing, combined with Toyota's global reputation for reliability and quality, positions the BZ3X as a compelling alternative to domestic offerings. Toyota's strategy appears to leverage its joint venture with the GAC Group to benefit from local manufacturing capabilities and supply chains, enabling it to achieve this aggressive price point while maintaining acceptable profit margins. The BZ3X is reportedly 65% Chinese in terms of components and development, which helps reduce costs and comply with local content requirements. The vehicle also challenges the perception that Japanese manufacturers produce dumb cars by incorporating advanced driver assistance systems and connectivity features. This technological focus, combined with competitive pricing, suggests that Toyota is making a serious effort to establish itself as a major player in the Chinese electric vehicle market. For American consumers, the launch of the BZ3X raises intriguing questions about the future of affordable electric vehicles in the U.S. Although there are no indications that this specific model will be sold outside of China, the approach used and the technologies incorporated may eventually influence Toyota's future offerings in other markets. American consumers, who face significantly higher average prices for electric vehicles, are watching this development with particular interest. The BZ3X demonstrates that Toyota is capable of producing competitive and affordable electric vehicles when market conditions demand it. Buyers in the U.S., where the average price of an electric vehicle remains around $50,000, will certainly question why such a large disparity exists between markets. However, factors such as transportation costs, different regulatory requirements, feature expectations, and consumer preferences contribute to this difference. The automotive industry is closely watching this launch, recognizing that it may represent a harbinger of a broader trend. As economies of scale in battery production and electric components continue to improve, and as competitors like Tesla, GM, and Chinese competitors push for more affordable models, it's reasonable to expect that cheaper electric vehicles will eventually reach the American market, whether from Toyota or other manufacturers. For Toyota, the BZ3X represents a significant test of its ability to effectively compete in a market segment where it previously had limited presence. The overwhelming initial response suggests that the company has hit the mark in identifying a critical price point that can accelerate mass adoption. If this specific model establishes a track record of reliability and customer satisfaction consistent with the brand's reputation, it could profoundly influence the company's future strategies. As the global automotive industry continues its transition toward electrification, Toyota's experience with the bZ3X could prove invaluable. The lessons learned from developing and marketing an affordable electric SUV in the world's largest automotive market will certainly shape the company's approach to electric vehicles globally in the coming years. The bZ3X stands as compelling evidence that Toyota can compete effectively in the affordable electric vehicle segment when it chooses to do so, potentially foreshadowing a more aggressive global electric vehicle strategy in the future. For industry observers and consumers in the United States, the launch of the bZ3X in China represents both a promise and a challenge. The promise that affordable electric vehicles with competitive features are technically and economically viable, and the challenge for manufacturers to expand these offerings to global markets, including North America. Whether this paradigm-breaking internet sensation from Toyota in China will eventually translate into a similar revolution in the American market remains an open question, but one that certainly deserves continued attention in the coming years.